Hello, Becki. Hello, friends.
Hey,
How are you this week?
I am good. I am so excited to see you. Jana's been away and I've missed her.
Oh, I've missed you. I know you've had so much going on. I went out of town, so it's so fun that we were able to make this happen tonight. We kind of announced it last minute, but hey, we're all on board to scrapbook anytime, right?
For sure. And then there's always the replay too.
Heck yeah, we'll craft on replay. I know, and we have our crop coming up in 2 weeks. We got you got a wedding in like 10 days.
I know, wedding in 10 days, crop in 2 weeks. Yeah,
It's
there's a
lots of
few things
fun.
happening.
Yeah. Spring break. You've been celebrating spring break. I've been celebrating spring break. I'm sure all of you have been celebrating spring break, Easter.
Yes, we have so many friends joining us, Jana. I see Debbie and Pam and Stacy, Nicole, Laura.
Debbie, Tanya, hi.
Yes, so many friends.
Amy's on there. Awesome. So fun. Hi, Laura. Oh, this is great. It's so fun. Thank you for popping in the chat and saying hello. It's always fun to see where everyone's joining us from and that we're not alone, right?
Yes, yes. And we'll just do our quick note at the beginning, Jana, that we're live on all three of our channels. So that if you don't see the comments that we're referring to in the chat that you're in, don't worry. We're live on my YouTube channel, Jana's YouTube channel, and the Let's Gather and Glue channel. And all the comments funnel into our streaming software. So anyways,
Yes.
we're here.
Yeah,
We're
so
here
whether
just in two
you're
different ways.
watching us live on one of those channels or joining us later, we're so happy you're here. We are going to have a lot of fun tonight. We just are going to play with some fun paper. We got a new challenge to tackle.
Yes, that is perfect for spring.
Yes, so let's talk about that a little bit. For April, we have our Flora and Fauna challenge. Now, if you haven't seen our challenges, we always announce these over in our Facebook group, the Let's Gather and Glue Facebook group. So every month we just have a little prompt to just help you get your creative juices flowing, maybe pull out some different items from your stash that you haven't worked with for a while, and just have fun trying something new. So Becki, do you want to tell us a little bit about the Flora and Fauna, or do you want me to take that?
I'll let you go ahead and take that, Jana. But if they're curious about our Facebook group, I just put the link in the chat. So if you're not a part of our Facebook group, that's where you join us.
Yep. So the Flora and Fauna channel or challenge is super easy because it's just incorporating something, floral or flora, like trees, leaves, flowers, of course. We all love flowers. Well, some people don't, but yeah, do a tree if you don't like flowers. And then our fauna would be any kind of animal or critter. So bugs, forest critters, ocean critters, butterflies, whatever it may be. So I like this challenge. I feel like it's really easy for almost any collection or any memory. So I'm excited to see what people create.
Yes, I'm excited too. And I think it's perfect for spring because there's always, flowers, greenery, and lots of little critters. Even the
Yes.
ones you don't want, the creepy crawlies that come out in the springtime that I don't love.
I know it's like, oh, there's now like mosquitoes or I don't know. Have I seen a mosquito? Yes, I have seen a mosquito, which is
I
pretty
got a
early.
mosquito bite the other day.
Not my
Yeah,
favorite, but they're there.
they are.
I'm sure
They
they
are.
have their role in the universe.
Okay. Of course. Of course.
Also, speaking about what's perfect for spring, we hope that you will consider joining us 2 weeks, 2.5 weeks. I guess, yeah, 2 weeks and 2 days on April 25th for our Spring into Creativity crop. We're getting ready to release our PDF on Friday.
Yes.
Yes, so Friday is our PDF release date. So when you purchase the crop, you have access to both the on-site class platform on Let's Gather and Glue, so you can navigate through all the challenges that we do for the crop that way, as well as the live streams if you prefer to be off Facebook or YouTube. But we also have a Facebook group for that crop. And that will kick off on Friday, April 24th, with our main event being all day Saturday, April 25th.
Yep, we'll have our Friday evening kickoff party. Will be Friday evening for us, where we just get together and chat and create and talk all things scrapbooking.
Yes, and there's still time to join. Like even if you see this after the fact, we have formatted the crops so we want them to be something you can go to as like an evergreen content where it will challenge you any time of year, any time of season, life. You know, if you find it after the fact and you're like, you know, I just need some challenges to get my creativity going, and that's what the crops are for. We have a lot of fun in there.
Yep, and it's not product specific, so you don't have to have the exact same thing Jana and I are working with. So you can use whatever is in your stash, and that's what we want you to do. That's our
Yes.
goal. We want
Yes.
to get products off of our shelves in our scrapbook rooms and onto pages.
Yes, it's all built around stash. I'm so glad you brought that up because I think some people are still discovering Let's Gather and Glue. And that's what we're all about, is just loving our supplies, loving what we already own, loving what's coming out too. Like, we're not against shopping, believe us.
No.
But we also, you know, sometimes we feel, I think I have felt that way. Sometimes I feel like there's an expiration date on my supplies, like, oh, I haven't used this yet, but I still love it. Is it still cool to use? Is it still okay to use? And it's like, of course it is. Our
Yeah,
supplies don't expire. Come on now.
no. No, we need to use them. We need to use them. And then when you use your supplies up, that leaves you a little more room for new stuff.
Exactly. Yep. So we see a lot of you are joining us at the crop. I'm so excited. And if you haven't heard about it yet, come join in. We would love to have you.
Yeah. Yeah.
All right. So let's
Are
see.
you ready? Should we
Yeah.
show what are you working with tonight? I guess is
Okay.
my question, Jana.
Okay. Should I go to my desk? We'll take turns on our desks. How about that?
Okay. That
All
sounds
right.
great.
Okay, so tonight I am working on. I had some pictures that I printed a while ago, and I thought I haven't got to them yet. They're actually from 2018. I've been trying to fill in little holes on my, I don't know. I'm a consecutive scrapbooker, so I've been trying to go back and fill in holes. So I'm working on pictures from 2018. I'm sure you have some like that as well. And so I pulled out the Sunny Blooms collection from Pebbles. This is from 2023, so almost 3 years old. But oh my gosh, it's so filled with so many cute things like little frogs and birds and bunnies. And then, of course, there's adorable strawberries and mushrooms and tulips and all kinds of flowers. So I thought that would be perfect for our Flora and Fauna challenge. So Becki, show us what you're working on.
That is a super cute collection, Jana. And truth be told, I almost grabbed the same one.
Oh, serious? Oh my gosh,
Yeah,
that would have been hilarious.
that would have been so funny. Real quick, before I show you what I'm working with, we have a question
Oh, okay.
about the challenge. And Carrie says, would a photo of my dog class as the fauna? I say sure.
Oh yeah, why
Yeah,
not?
absolutely. I think that's a great idea.
I think that is a definitely great idea. Yes, our puppies and our critters. Yeah, they count.
Yes.
I love it. Thank you for your question.
Okay. So what I pulled to work with today is the Bloom Street collection from Pink Paisley and Paige Evans. And I actually have quite a stack of the pattern papers. And then I printed out 5 photos. And I'm going to let you guys decide. Should I do a double page or a single page? Oh, okay. I was going to say.
That was on my end. Sorry.
Okay. I was like, did I do that? Sorry.
No, that was I'm like, oh, I fixed the other view, but I forgot to fix this one. So sorry if I interrupted you talking. I just thought
Oh,
I'll just fix it
no,
while
that's
she's
okay. No
chatting.
problem. Anyway, so I have these 5 photos that I printed. This is from, was it last night or the night before, actually? So these are very recent photos. I want to use these cute butterfly stickers, or yeah, they're stickers. Um, yeah, so we'll see. But let me know if you think a double page layout would work for this evening or a single page. I'm curious.
I love it. So what are your photos of? Do I see motorcycles?
Yes, and before I show details of my photos, I will just, my daughter is fine. Okay? Like
Oh,
there was no injuries. She's fine. But there is one photo that I'm showing where like the motorcycle's tipped over and she's laying there. She was fine. She just didn't know how to stop.
oh my gosh, how scary.
Yeah, no, she was fine. She was right there. My son was teaching her how to ride his motorcycle.
Okay. Well, I'm looking at the
So
comments and I see a lot of people that want you to do a double.
yeah, I was gonna say, I think I'm doing a double page tonight.
Okay.
That's what it's looking like.
All right. Hello, everyone. Let's see. Oh, Tiffany's popping in. She's got a question for us. Hi, Tiff. She says, you've probably both said this before, but what printer do you use to print your photos?
Okay, I'll go first on this one. I use an Epson PictureMate Charm, 400, I believe. Don't
Okay.
quote me on the numbers, but yeah, an Epson PictureMate is what I use. It prints from 4x6 up to 5x7, and that's what I print most of my photos. If I need something bigger or I'm printing a lot of photos, I will send them out to be printed at Persnickety Prints. But the bulk of them I probably print at home on that printer.
Okay. So same here. I love Epson. I use the Epson PictureMate PM400 as well. And I love that. It's nice and portable. You can do small photos up to 5x7, right, Becky?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, up to a 5x7. But if I'm, I have that little printer, but then I also have an Epson that does 8.5x11. So I use both of those. And my Epson 8.5x11, I think it's called the 8500. They don't even make it anymore, but I love it. And when it dies, I will definitely get the comparable model because I like being able to do the occasional 8x10. So,
Oh, okay.
yeah.
Yeah, I don't do photos super big very often. So if I do, I just send them out instead of, space is at a premium in the craft room, Jana.
It's
Space is at a
true.
premium.
It's true. Okay. Well, Becky,
Yes.
I'm excited. Are you going to tackle the double pager, do you think?
I think I'll tackle the double pager. But with the caveat that maybe I won't completely finish it tonight. I might have to finish it tomorrow. We'll see how things go.
Oh yeah, for sure.
Yeah. Let's see. One more question.
Okay.
Does it print with white borders or do you edit them in? Um, I usually edit them in with the size of photo that I'm printing. I don't know of a setting where you can just say print with a white border. Do you, Jana?
I think it depends. So I've got my I've got mine hooked up to my computer. You can use it with
Mm-hmm.
your cell phone or your computer. And on my particular, I mean, you're a Mac user, right?
Yes.
Okay, so in my print window, there is an option to say print with white borders or not. However, it doesn't always do it equal. And so
Mm.
most of the time I just mat them with white cardstock because I don't like, I just hate trying to figure out like, oh, do I have to trim a little here, a little here? And you guys
Yeah.
probably know I use those We Are Makers layer guides, or back in the day they were called perfect layers. And so I usually just end up matting them with white cardstock because it takes two
Yeah.
seconds, but that's me.
I say about half the time I print them. It honestly depends on the size. If I'm printing a 4x6 in the print to size app, I downsize it a little bit so there is a white border. But if I'm printing a 3x4, I do the full page with two 3x4s and then I just cut it in half and mat them.
And mat them, yeah.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yep.
That's good. Looks like a lot of people have that printer. That's awesome.
It's a really good printer. I've
Yeah.
been really happy with it. And someday when I need a new one, I will probably replace it with a similar one.
Yeah, I will too. I've taken it. Have you ever taken yours traveling? I've taken mine and it's
I
awesome.
haven't.
Yeah.
I haven't. I
So
should.
you can, I love it. I mean, you have to have a Wi-Fi connection. I'm sure there's a, I don't know if there's a Bluetooth, but I use a Wi-Fi connection to talk to
Okay.
it. And then I use the print to size app. Do you use that app? The print to
Yep.
size
I
if you,
love the print size app. I use it almost every day.
yeah. And so I'll use that and then just size my photos in there. And I just print everything on 4x6 and then, yeah.
That's what about probably 99% of the time I print on 4x6 too.
Yep, looks like Sarah does the same thing. She edits with white borders in the print to size app and then mat them with white cardstock. Yeah, and
Yeah.
it just kind of depends on the project, right? So, oh,
Yeah.
let's see.
For sure.
Lakeside Blooms uses free prints because of the white border. I haven't used free prints. I'll have to check that out.
I used free prints a long time ago. I haven't used them for a while, but if you do love the white border and you want the white border option, they give that to you in Persnickety Prints.
Oh,
Persnickety Prints has that option on, I think, almost all their sizes. And
okay.
it's just one box and you click it and then everything comes with a white border on it. So that's
I've
one of the
heard
reasons
about
I really like
persnickety. Yeah, I've heard about persnickety for years and I haven't tried them yet. So do they, when you request smaller pictures, do they come already cut that size?
Yeah.
Oh, that's cool. Okay.
Yeah, like a 3x4, it comes cut down as a 3x4. That one, a 3x4, they do charge you more for a white border. On most of their sizes, they don't, but a 3x4, they do charge you a little bit more to print a white border. So I don't usually do that. I just print it straight 3x4, no white border, and then just mat it with white cardstock.
Yeah. Okay.
But other than that, I print everything with a white border from them.
Yeah, it's nice to have the options and it's fun to talk about it in groups like this because new options come around or maybe there's an app you haven't heard of before or you've been doing your workflow for so long that you haven't tried anything new. So, yeah, I like that. It's fun to hear what people do. So,
Yeah.
all right. Well, shall we craft?
Let's do it.
All right. Let's
Let's
get
do it.
going. I mean, our last live stream, Becki, I felt like it went so fast and then I ended it and I'm like, oh my gosh, we were going for like 2 hours.
I know. We just get chatting and creating, and then we don't even pay attention to what
Yes.
time it is or what's going on.
Come and go, check back with us later.
We'll still be here.
Yeah, we'll just be whenever you want to show up, we'll be around.
Yeah, we'll be here.
Okay, so I gotta show you these silly photos. And also the reason I chose Sunny Blooms is because it has a frog in this collection. And if you see these photos, this is my daughter Cameron. She's 20 now, by the way. This is when she was 6 and 12. And there's this little frog statue up at, have you heard of the homestead in Midway, Becki? I don't know, because
I
I don't know if
haven't.
you, okay, anyway, they were remodeling and they were about to I don't know if the frog statue is still there, but she reenacted her photos from 6 years old. So I needed a collection with a frog. So that's where we're going today.
That's perfect.
Anyway,
Laura's asking, which collection am I using? I'm using Bloom Street from Pink Paisley and Paige Evans. I think, let me look and see if the date is on here anywhere. Yeah, 2019.
oh wow, okay, cool.
Yeah,
I'll have to see if I have some Bloom Street.
yeah. I have more of this collection left than I thought that I did, which is why we're using it today.
Love it. That's the best feeling. And it's fun
Yeah.
to revisit those collections. Like we said in the beginning, guys, let's pull it out. Let's use it.
Yep.
Tell us what collection you guys are working with tonight if you're scrapbooking along with us. I'd love to hear.
Yes. What's in your stash that is begging for you to use it. So I'm just trying to think how I want to put my background together for a double page.
Yeah, that makes it tricky with a half screen.
It does.
So if you need a full shot, definitely yell out. We can definitely switch over. So if you want to show something specific as you start working.
Do you know what? Can we switch to full screen for just a minute? I'm going to put this background together
Let's do it.
And then we can go back real quick. But I don't know if I can show how I'm putting, because I have 2 pieces of pattern paper. I don't think I have, I'm weird. I like my pages to kind of mirror each other.
Oh, wow.
And for my pattern papers to match on both sides, but I don't have 2 pieces of pattern paper like to do a 2-page spread. So I'm going to cut them apart a little bit and kind of piece my background together. I'm going to reach back here. I forgot to grab.
Okay, I'm excited to see this because I think this is something a lot of us can use when we don't have 2 sheets of a paper and we want to do a double page.
Yes. So all I did is I cut a, let me look again, 3-inch strip of 1 pattern paper. And I am going to adhere that. I didn't cut the branding strips off of these papers. So that's important to not cut the branding strips off. And then I'm using a strong double-sided tape. And I'm going to put this 3-inch piece on this side. And then I'm going to do the same thing over here. And so I'll end up with a piece of paper, like my background pieced together, that is 12 by 24. And then I'm going to cut it in half to make a double page spread.
Love it.
So hopefully this is making sense. So here I've got my 12 by 24 background. And then I'm just going to take my paper trimmer here and trim this down to 12 inches. And that's going to leave me with my background with my two pattern papers. They're not exactly mirrored, but they have the same, papers on both sides. And then the last thing I'm going to do before I jump in and get really creating on this, I guess be done with my background, is I just tape my pages together with washi tape while I'm working on them. That's just a total personal preference. So I'll just tape those together really quick. And there we go. We've got my 12 by 24, my double page spread.
That's
and
awesome.
That's just one way to do it where you don't have to, like you can do this if you have a cardstock background, like put the pieces on a piece of cardstock. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
But yeah. Anyway, okay, we can go back to, there we go.
Okay. And I see a question. Sarah's asking, is the challenge about using an older collection? So Sarah, you can use anything you want. And the challenge is about flora and fauna. So using something floral or trees or leaves, and then fauna as in critters, which could be bugs, any type of animal, fish, whatever you want. And then we just are all about using our stash on these challenges. So we're both diving into our stash tonight.
Yep, but you definitely don't have to. If you want to do this challenge with a collection that just landed on your doorstep or was just released, you can do that as well.
Yep. Becki has some fun things coming to her doorstep.
I do. I was telling Jana earlier, that Paige Evans just had a new collection released with Pink Fresh Studio. And I'm going to her event in July, so I know I'll get that collection. But in a moment of weakness, when I was kind of tired of the Amazon delivery truck delivering wedding stuff and doing all the things wedding and spring break, and I was like, I want something new to play with. So
None of us can relate to that.
I'm sure not. I'm sure nobody knows what that's like.
I'm like, I love it. You bought yourself a treat.
I did. So it will be there. It will be here tomorrow, and
That's
hopefully, I will
awesome.
have some of my work wrapped up so that I can just do something fun with it this weekend. We'll see. We'll see how everything goes.
I love it. I'll be really good about not shopping for a long time. Like it's just not on my mind. And then it feels like I go through like seasons of like I just need something new.
Yes. Yes, and I get pretty good at holding off, but then there are some like brands and designers that if they come out with something, I'm like, oh yeah, I
Yeah,
have to have that.
I get it. Paige's
Yeah.
collection's super cute. I'll be there too.
What?
I'm coming.
Are you kidding me? You didn't tell me that.
I know. I bought my ticket earlier last week. I know Tanya's going to be
Yay!
there. She's on tonight. We were talking about that. I saw her name on the memory deck swap list.
Oh yes.
So who else? Anyone else out there coming?
Yes, we'll be in Denver in July.
Yes.
Debbie, you're so sweet. Debbie's asking how wedding plans are going. Wedding plans are going well. I think we pretty much, like, knock on wood. I have, like one more, like a couple of last minute things that I need to pick up that I can't pick up until, right before. But
Yeah.
other than that, we're good. We have everybody's clothes are done, the flowers are done. Um, we picked clothes up from being altered. And we have our family starts arriving for the wedding on Wednesday. So in 1 week,
That's so exciting.
which it's mind blowing. Mind
Oh,
blowing.
those are the events that just like they feel so far away and then all of a sudden they're just here.
I know. And I know that I'm just going to blink and it will be over, but it's, I'm excited. I'm really excited.
Ooh, did you see we have tons of friends that are going to be there too?
I know. I was just going to say that.
Yay. Okay, Lisa was asking me what tool I was using, and I assume you were referring to my little Perfect Layers tool. It's called Perfect Layers. This is way old, but We Are Memory Keepers bought this company and did their own, and they took it over and they did what's called layer guides. Sometimes you can find them for sale, but they do sell out. But what they are is they're just little measuring tools that help you create photo mats. So there's like a little lip on them, and you just bump it up against the photo and then cut along the edge. So for my photos, I wanted a 1/16 inch border, if I can say that right. So I use them all the time. I have both the old sets and the new ones because I'm like paranoid I'll break them and not have them. do you buy backup supplies, Becki?
Yeah, I actually did that not too long ago, I found a circle punch. And do I? Yes, I do. Yes, I do. I bought
There's
an extra circle punch.
there's just some of those like favorites that you're like, oh, what if I break it, or what if they stop making it?
Yes,
I'll put it in my crop bag as an extra, and then if
exactly.
something happens to it, I still have one.
Exactly.
How about you guys? Do you have a tool that you buy backups of? I do that with tweezers too, like the bent nose tweezers. I feel like I'm always losing them or bending them, so I'm like, oh, I'm just gonna add one to my Amazon cart, make sure I have one, or add one to my scrapbook.com cart. It's the worst.
I do that with scissors.
Do you?
Yes, scissors are my, yeah, I buy scissors like crazy.
Yeah. Jay Mathis said she just bought the guides. That's fun. Let's see. Cindy said she thought about going to Denver, but she's going somewhere in June. Yeah, I hear that. Like, you got to pace yourself, right?
It is busy.
Yeah. Summer is busy, and sometimes you just have to. Well, there's budgets, right?
Unfortunately, yes, but
Like that's yeah.
there are budgets.
My
All
kids
right,
are.
so
Oh, keep talking. Go.
I
I
was
didn't mean
just
to
going to
interrupt.
ask
Yeah.
you, like, are you adding flowers to yours, Jana?
Oh, for sure. Yeah.
Okay.
You're way ahead of me. I'm still just figuring out what papers I want to use here.
Well, I don't. I gotta hurry, Jana. I got a double page here.
Usually I kind of have an idea of what I want to do, and I mean I sort of do, but I didn't pick out my papers, and so
Yeah,
yeah.
I usually have a better idea of what I'm doing. I don't this time.
I'm just winging it.
We're just winging it. I just grabbed a handful of stuff, and we're gonna see what happens.
Yeah.
I keep telling myself I'll be a little more organized after the wedding. That may or may not happen. I don't know.
Well, and I'm impressed you're here. Like we told all of you like we're gonna kind of play April by ear. Just we want to make sure Becki stays sane and present. And so we're like,
And honestly,
yeah,
this is my sanity right now. Like
yeah,
I need a few minutes to just sit back and make something that I want to make and that I'm not required to make, and just something fun.
yeah.
So that's where I'm at tonight.
That's awesome. I'm glad it worked out. Right. And I went on my trip and I wasn't sure. I knew I would be gone the week, leading up to it. And I'm like, so we went to Disneyland on Monday and I'm not a spring chicken anymore. So sometimes when you walk all day like that, you're like, oh, I got to sleep for 4 days now. But it
Yep.
worked out. It worked out. And it was fun. We had a good time. My husband, my kids were kind of mad that they're all adult kids, right? My youngest is 20, but they were still a little peeved that we went to Disneyland without them.
See, and I think that if I went to Disneyland, Justin and I went to Disneyland tomorrow, I'm not sure that my kids would care. I don't
Really?
know.
Well, and I tried to be really sensitive about like not like sending photos or posting photos. And then my daughter was like, why aren't you sending us pictures of
Yeah,
pirates and
why
all
aren't
the
you
cool
sharing?
things? I'm like, well, I didn't want to be like, we're having so much fun without you.
Yeah, like, haha.
Uh, no, it's interesting to go, when your kids are little, like you try to hit everything, and then when you're now our age, you just go, okay, what's our favorite? Let's focus on those, and then we'll just people watch the rest of the time.
Yes. So do you go on rides at Disney? Is that what you go for? You go for
Yeah.
food? Like what?
I love the rides. The rides are my favorite.
Okay.
There's some treats there that I like, but I don't know. Like I feel like the treats are better than the actual like food like at Disney lately. I wish they would ramp
Okay.
up the food. But you know, like the hamburgers are just kind of standard. I don't know. But the treats are
Gotcha.
always good. But we always just get like frozen lemonade, just the basics, popcorn. I'm not a churro girl.
You're not? Okay.
No, yeah.
What
So
about a Dole Whip girl? Are you a Dole Whip girl?
I'm not a Dole Whip girl. Yeah.
Okay.
I like their macarons, like the fancy macaron at the Jolly Holiday. But the line's always, I mean, I know you can order it online and then just go pick it up, but I don't know. We just weren't focused on that this time around for some reason. Oh, Debbie's loving the bunny paper. Yes, Pebbles, Sunny Blooms. So yeah, it was fun. It was a good getaway.
Well, I'm glad you were able to get away, and I'm glad you're back, selfishly,
Yeah.
because I missed you.
Aw, thanks. I missed you. I know Becky and I usually chit chat once a week and just plan stuff. And I don't know. It's just with the wedding, it's like,
I was going to say,
focus on
we've
the
both been
wedding.
so busy. We
Yeah,
haven't had time to chat like we usually do.
exactly. I know. Like our live streams have become our chat.
Yes. Yeah,
So
I think I said that. If I didn't text you earlier, I meant to just say, I want to do a live tonight just so we can chat, Jana.
catch up on stuff. Yeah.
Yeah.
That's awesome.
So I'm going with the title Embrace Today because I have not been, oh, there it is. I have these acrylic words from Bella Boulevard that have been in my drawer for years. I don't even see a date on them. Anyway, it's Embrace Today was in the package, but I wanted a little bit of contrast in the word today. So, anyway, that's what I did there. And then I wanted to do some flowers, like some pattern paper flowers. So I'm just going to do like the layered circle flowers.
Cute. Like posies.
Yeah. So I just punched out, but I wanted to show you guys. I found this cool punch. I wondered if any of you have this one. It's an old Creative Memories punch, and it's got two circles in one punch.
That is awesome.
Anyway, I thought it was so fun. I found it at an estate sale and I picked it up, even though I'll show you this. I have a circle punch problem. This is only part of my circle punches. And then I added this punch as well. But anyway, I got a little bit of a head start and punched a whole bunch of circles because sometimes that punching sound is not great on a mic. So I did that real quick
Yes.
before
Circles
we
are a
jumped in.
must. I think that was
Yes,
the wise choice.
yes. So I'm just going to start layering some of these circles together. And then, one thing I did not punch um, is I'm going to punch some of these leaves as well.
Oh, cute.
But it looks like a few of you guys have that punch.
Yeah.
I honestly had never seen one before until I found it at the estate sale the other day. Oh,
That's
Julie
awesome.
says she had one, but it broke.
Oh, shoot.
Yeah.
I saw some questions further back, Becky. I saw someone,
Okay.
some wanted to know who or was it? The size of photos we're working with, which is a good
Oh, okay.
question.
That is a good question. I will go first on photo sizes real quick because I have mine laid out. So I just printed 1 4x6 and 4 3x4s. They're all um, vertical photos. I honestly, you guys, I didn't even edit these. I took them with my phone the other night when we were out in the yard and just printed them. Just printed a handful of them off of my phone. So what size are you using, Jenna?
Let's see. I think they're 2.5 by 3.5. I will measure to, yeah, 2.5 by 3.5. So that would be 1/4. Like you can put 4 up on a 5x7. So that's kind of where that strange size comes from.
Okay.
Yeah. So that's what I'm working with. And then let's see. I did see another question. I do want to hear more about this motorcycle thing. I saw a question for you. I maybe scrolled back too far. Hold on one second.
Okay, did I miss it? I might have.
It says, question, Becki, are the SCT gals missing the magazine as much as me?
Oh, I can't speak for everyone on the team, but I can say I really do miss the magazine.
Yeah.
I loved having that pop up to have that copy of the magazine in my hands. Um, I do miss it. I do miss it. I know a lot of you miss it.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah, but SCT still has a lot of fun stuff going on. Their paper crafting event is coming up at the end of May. I have to
Fun.
think there
And
for
you're
a second.
teaching at that, right?
Uh-huh. Yep,
Awesome.
I'm teaching at that. Right now it is sold out, but I know that you can email them to be put on the wait list.
Oh, nice.
So yeah, I'm super excited about that. I'm just wrapping up my class this week. I'm hoping to have that all done and sent in before the wedding. So I've gotta hurry.
Chop, chop, Becki.
I know, chop chop. I'm getting it done. I'm getting it done. So I think I can get it wrapped up tomorrow and get everything submitted on Friday is my goal.
Oh, good.
Yes. Oh, hi Lisa. It looks like Lisa is joining us a little bit late. No worries. No worries. We're just chatting and playing and we're just going to see what happens here. I don't think either Jana or I have a really clear picture of what we're doing.
Yeah, we're just kind of playing tonight. I did get a question what my favorite ride at Disneyland is. So I love, it's tradition. We have to start and end the day with Pirates of the Caribbean. That's our absolute favorite.
Okay.
But then my personal favorite is Indiana Jones. I love it. I love that it feels like you're four wheeling. And the very first time I rode that ride was with my mom like 15 years ago. And so I just have this muscle memory of her just squealing and like a little kid on that ride. And it just makes me smile every time.
Oh, how fun. I
Like,
love that.
yeah, so I love that for that reason too, because it was just so funny to hear my mom like I don't know if she remembers that. I'll have to ask her next time I talk to her. But I'm like, it was just the funniest thing. Like, I don't know, you just don't hear your mom squeal like a little girl like that very often.
Yes,
Anyway, let's
that's
see.
super fun.
Yes, I miss the magazine too. You guys are talking about that. Yeah, definitely.
Yeah, I definitely miss that showing up in my mailbox.
The great thing though is that they are all online.
They are. Yep, everything's online, so you can go back and find all the digital collections. Their social media is still, they're posting on that daily. We have the SCT Facebook group that we also have a challenge going on in there. And then we've got live streams on the YouTube channel as well. So SCT is definitely still got lots going on. It's just it looks a little bit different than it has in the past.
Yeah. Do you guys have your older magazines? Like, did you hang on to them? Did you pass them along? Did you cut them up and make your own idea book? Like, like cut out your favorites? I'm curious.
What did you do, Jana? Did you cut your magazines up? I don't think
Yes.
we've talked about this before.
We haven't. So I did do that initially, but so I just took like composition notebooks and just any layout that I loved, I just cut it out of the magazine and just pasted it or stapled it in there or taped it in there, So they're like crazy, but I missed them so much. So anytime I see old magazines at like a secondhand store, I pick them up because I still love to browse through them, take them on trips. Yeah. So.
Yep, I do too. They kind of chuckle at the thrift store when they see me buying them. Yeah, awesome. I had a lady ask me one time, she says, "Can I ask you what you're going to do with those?"
I love the magazine era.
Yeah, I said, "Sure, you can." And she said, well, how did she say it? Something about like, what are you going to do with those and why are you buying them or something?
Yeah.
And I was like, well, I said, for me, a lot of my friends are in here. Like I can look back and, I'll find a page from that Jana did or, anyway, and I said, some of them I have projects in, and she says, "You have things in a magazine?" I said, "Yeah." I said, "Not this issue," but anyway, it was a funny conversation because she was just so confused as to why I would buy.
Was she younger?
Uh-huh.
Oh, that must be why. Like, why are you buying these relics?
Yes. Why would you want these?
Oh.
But yeah, I pick them up almost every time I see them. Every once in a while, if it's one that I know that I have, I don't pick them up. But otherwise, I do. I keep a lot of them.
Yeah, and I'm a tactile girly. I like to have the actual thing to look at for some reason, and I know.
Me too.
Yeah. Oh, this is cute. It has a little frog on it. Okay.
Well, you got to use it if it's got a frog on it.
I know. Let's see here. Where can we put this?
Just looking back to see if there are any questions. Oh, Tammy says that she'll be in Toronto in November. I will see you there.
That's awesome.
Yeah, that will be fun. I'm super excited. That's always a really fun event. It's not one that I've quite put on my radar yet. I mean, I am and I'm going, but like I've still got a little bit of time before I've got to get that one.
Oh, designed?
Yeah.
That's fun.
Okay, so you asked about these photos, Jana.
Yes. Okay, yes. Let's go to full screen so we can see an update on your 2-page. I'm going to go to your desk.
So everyone's fine. I gave this disclaimer at the beginning in case you weren't here. There's this one photo of my daughter and the motorcycle. Like, she's fine. She's fine. She's just learning. My son got a new motorcycle and he wanted to show her how to ride it. So she rode like one lap around, maybe 2 laps around our yard, very slowly and carefully, but she didn't know how to stop.
That's an important, yeah.
Yeah, they hadn't covered that in their motorcycle riding lesson yet. And so she was fine. She was laughing. We were all kind of laughing because I was like, "Hey, why didn't you just like get off and stand there? Like, why did you tip all the way over?" But this was just one night. it was either it's been recent, okay? I don't remember which day.
It's all blurring together.
It's all blurring together, but it was one day recently, and we all happened to be home for one evening without, a million different activities going on and people here and going all of our separate directions. And so my kids were just out in the yard, and my son decided that it was time my daughter learned how to ride a motorcycle.
That's
Um,
awesome.
and so, yeah, that's why I wanted the title Embrace Today, because it was one of those times that we just took a minute and just played in the yard,
That's
which
so
does not
good.
happen very often when your kids are grown.
True.
Yeah. Debbie says falling over is one way to stop. It is one way to stop. I will say it is not the best way to stop on a motorcycle, but it is one way to stop for sure.
I'm just glad she's okay. Like that could have been a lot worse, you know?
Oh, she was fine. She was not going fast enough that she could have done any damage to anyone or anything. But
Good. Are you a
anyway,
motorcycle rider?
I'm not. My brothers and my son and my husband are, but I'm not. My son tried to get me to ride the other night, and I was in my slippers and not at all dressed to ride a motorcycle, and I said no, and he says, "Well, go change." And I said, "Listen, if I go back in the house, I'm not coming back out here."
Oh, I love it.
So, I don't know. Maybe someday, but definitely not. Definitely not like my jam. Is
Yeah.
that am I am I okay to punch these leaves, Jana, or do I need to mute for a minute?
Oh no, I think you're good. Go for it.
Okay.
Yeah, it's not too loud at all.
All right. So I'm
I know
just
it's
gonna
hard to tell, but no, you're good.
okay. Yeah, I wanted to make sure I was not being super duper loud and nobody could hear anything but me punching these leaves out.
It's ASMR for us scrapbookers. We like
I
that.
know it is. As long as like the microphone doesn't do something weird and it's, some terrible sound, then
Yeah.
yeah, it for sure is. Um, I love the sound of punching.
Looks like lots of people have the magazines. That's awesome. They're glad your daughter's okay.
Yes, she's fine. my my nephew, I was texting pictures to my brothers as this was going down because we were all getting quite a kick out of it. And my nephew texted back and he's like, "Why did she lay down like Snow White? Why didn't she just keep going?" Let me think. I think he's
Like
9.
Snow White. That's
Yeah.
cute.
So he's like, "Why is she like Snow White? I don't know why Snow White, like, I don't know."
Like
But
that was the comparison.
yeah, I don't know why that was the comparison, but for whatever reason it was for him, and so we were
That's
all just
funny.
laughing.
Oh, that's cute.
Yeah. Oh, Amy's asking, what critter am I adding? That is a good question. Well, on this layout, I am going to add, sorry guys, I will try and keep this on screen. On this layout, I'm going to add butterflies. It is a little bit of a joke with me and my daughter, actually. I have a really hard time using critters on my projects.
Oh, really?
I don't know why. I put them on there and they never look right to me.
Yeah.
I don't know if it's a scale thing, if it's I don't know.
Yeah.
But yeah, so I am somewhere here on my desk. I've got quite a mess here. I have some butterfly stickers.
Okay, so this is a challenge for you today.
It is a little bit of a challenge. Yeah, I'll find my butterfly stickers in a minute, but for now, I'm gonna just get my title put in place. Um, do you use acrylic words for titles very often, Jana?
You know, I have a little collection of them and I pull them out once in a while, but I need to remember to use them more often.
I do too. That's
Yeah.
why I'm doing this. So I'm just gonna grab my liquid glue. And while I'm doing that, just check the comments. Let's see. Cindy says, my 6-year-old loves punches and my ribbon collection. Yes.
That's
Yes.
awesome.
My nieces love punches too. Sometimes they like to just I'll hand them some paper and let them in my punch drawers. I have two, and they just make of
Just have
whatever they want.
confetti fun.
Yes, confetti fun. Let's see. Oh, Tammy has a question for us, Jana.
Oh, what is it?
I will pop it up on the screen. Question: what are you doing for International Scrapbook Day?
Ah, very good question.
Yeah.
As a matter of fact, we are planning something.
We definitely are. We are a little bit slow pulling everything together because we've both had so much going on. But we will definitely be here on our YouTube channel on National Scrapbook Day. And there will be lots more information to come on that soon.
Yeah. Yep. So pop in and see us that day or plan on. I know there's always lots of fun going on, but definitely pop over and come hang out with us for a bit. And we'll release
Yes,
the schedule and more details really soon. We just kind of had spring break, Easter, last minute wedding, all kind of what is it called? The perfect storm.
yes. The perfect storm is kind of all hitting at once this year. Um, and also so I have the wedding next, not, well, the weekend of the 18th. And then the weekend after that is our spring crop.
Yep.
And right after that is National Scrapbook Day. So there's a lot of things going on in the behind the scenes for um, the spring. The
Yeah.
spring. So yes, make sure the best thing to do is just make sure you're in our Facebook group and following us on social media, because that will be where we put out the schedule and give you all the details.
Yep. For sure.
Um, is
Thank you
there?
for
And
asking. Was that Tammy? I think that was Tammy, right?
yeah,
Thank you.
yes, that's so sweet. And yes, we definitely are. We will definitely be here. The planning stages is just taking a little bit of time this year. But what are you guys doing for National Scrapbook Day? I know there's a lot of in-person crops that happen. Um, we'd love to hear what you guys.
Yeah. Do you get together with your friends? Do you just join activities online? What do you like to do? That'd be fun to hear about.
Yeah, sometime, Jana, we should get together for National Scrapbook Day.
We should. I love that idea.
I have to be honest. I don't think. Wait, just 1 second. I don't think I have ever like scrapbooked with a friend on National Scrapbook Day.
Really? I don't know that I have either. I think I've always
Yeah.
done online things, or I've been involved in hops. So,
Yeah. So, and
we
for
could
us,
do
it's
that.
kind of it's a super busy work day for
Hmm.
us. And so a lot of times by the time national, like the actual day rolls around, I'm a little tired. Let's see. Laura is asking, what day is it on? It is the first Saturday in May. I believe it's May 2nd this year, if I'm if I've got my dates correct. I May 1st or 2nd. I can look really quick. Hang on.
Okay, and it's always not to like
May
enable
2nd.
friends, but there's always great sales. And also, look how bad I am, Becky. It's almost like Mother's Day, which even if you're not a mom, you're a woman and you have an excuse to buy yourself something.
For sure.
So grab yourself a present.
For sure, for sure.
I talked about earlier today that there's those seasons where I feel a little more spendy wendy in the scrapbook arena, and National Scrapbook Day is one of them because there's always so many great sales going on.
Yes. So let's see what everyone's doing. Let's see. Cindy's attending a Creative Memories crop.
Oh, fun.
Oh, on May 16th. Okay, so a little bit after. Tammy says, I always love pages, challenges, and cup files, and I enjoy a cherry on tops, games, and challenges.
Fun.
Yes, Paige does a wonderful job with National Scrapbook Day. There's always so much fun happening in her group. Let's see. I spend the day visiting lots of sites and not doing chores or cooking. Hey, that's what I want to do.
Yeah, that sounds dreamy.
Yeah, that's what I want to do.
You're like, it's the holiday of my people. I am busy.
Exactly. This is our Super Bowl.
Yes, amen.
This is I, I was with my uncle today and he was asking me how work was going and what was going on, and I was telling him, and I was like, it's National Scrapbook Day, the first of at the beginning of May. And he says, what is that? And I was like, it's like my Super Bowl.
That is awesome.
It is like the Super Bowl. I do all the things for that day.
Yep.
Let's see. Kim says she does online crops and challenges. Raimi does pages, challenges, and cut files.
Fun.
Oh, Kim says Scrapbook Generation also has a crop. Is there it's in
Right.
person or online?
I think it's online.
Is it? That would be a super fun one.
Yeah. I haven't done that one, but I've seen it and I've always wanted to, because they have the most amazing sketches, and
They
Allison
do.
Davis is
Yeah,
so talented.
yeah, they
And
do.
Debbie. Debbie's her mom,
Fantastic
right?
job.
Am I
Yes,
remembering the name right? Okay. Sometimes I don't remember the right names when I'm live for some reason.
yes, that's right. I got to meet. I've known Allison online for a long time, but we got to meet her at the Simple Stories retreat last year.
Yeah, that was super fun. She did super pretty pages with tons of stitching, which were so fun to make.
Yes. Oh, you guys are loving my comparison to the Super Bowl. I didn't know how else to explain it to somebody who's like never, like
Yeah.
not a scrapbooker at all.
Let's see. This is
And
a longer one. maybe I'm about to blow your minds, but I've never been to a scrapbook retreat or anything of the sort since I went to Creative Memories Home Show in 1998. INS Day is so fun to me. Oh, wow. You should plan one with your friends.
You should.
One of these months, I want to do a challenge where it's like, let's be scrapbook missionaries. Let's all plan a party and spread
And
the word.
bring new friends into the fold. Yes. Oh my gosh, that's
Would
so
you
funny.
guys do that? Would you plan a little event? Would that be a challenge you would actually do? Or would you be like, no, 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 Jana?
I've
What's the
tried in
picture?
the past,
Yeah,
and it's so far it has not worked with in person stuff.
yeah. Well, I was so thrilled because my daughters were hanging out. How old's Marin now? Marin is 23. 23? Oh, no, 23 this year. 22. Sorry, got to do the math real quick. But she has a craft night with her friends and they just do different things every time, right? And she goes, Mom, they want you to come teach scrapbooking. And I'm like, I
You're
almost
like,
started crying.
yes. You're like, I'm ready. I I've been waiting my whole life to hear this. I'm ready.
I know. I'm like, awesome. So she's all, what will you charge us? I'm like, oh yeah, I'm gonna charge you guys.
Yeah.
You know, I'm gonna just cry and make you promise to do it. I don't know.
Yes. Oh, that's so fun.
I'm excited. So I don't know when we'll do it. They're waiting for
Well,
my
that's what I was
schedule to
just gonna
calm
say.
down.
When is this, Jana? And do you need a second teacher?
I know. I'm so excited.
Oh my gosh, that's so fun.
Yeah, I don't know what she said. I said, well, find out if they want to make pages or cards or a little mini album. Like, kind of talk to them and get an idea of what they're interested in. So we'll see.
That is so fun. Let's see. Oh, Ashley says I was shocked when I put scrapbook retreats in Nebraska in Facebook, and there were so many. Yes, I just got back from Nebraska at a retreat. I was there in March.
That's right.
Yeah, and we'll be going back there in 2027.
You know, I don't know if do you guys look for like secondhand scrapbook stuff like on Facebook Marketplace ever? Because I always think
Oh,
I'll see someone pop up like in my town and I'm like, oh my gosh, I wish you were there. I knew that before. Then we could hang out.
yeah,
So I'm like, we're all just kind of hiding in our houses. We need to have like a dating app for scrapbookers.
we do.
Find each other app. There
Yes,
probably is one. Isn't there some app called like Friends or GroupMe or I don't know. There probably is something like that
yeah,
already.
I don't know.
I'm not
But we've
savvy
got a
enough.
few ladies saying that the Simple Stories retreat is on their bucket list.
Yay. That's a good bucket list item.
That is a really good bucket list item. That
It's
one is
fun.
super fun. Super, super fun. After the wedding and National Scrapbook Day, that's my next big project
Yep, same.
is getting my class done for Simple Stories.
Yep, we're
So
both
I'm
teaching
super
there this
excited
year.
for that one, and that's when I usually um, take my husband to. He gets to go to that one because it's semi local to us. It's the only I think it's the only one I drive to. Let's see.
Cindy says she's been wanting to plan a get together, but not sure she can get attendees because she lives in a small town. Debbie
That's a
said,
lot of my issue too. I live outside of a really small town.
yeah. Debbie, she's hosted and taught classes. That's awesome. Fun to read your.
Okay. All right.
Yay,
I
Rainy
got
likes my idea. My
Rainy is
challenge.
Rainy's the best at bringing people together.
She is.
She's so good at it. All right, it's time to bring my butterflies in. Let's see. Cindy says you should also put She Loves Color on your list.
Oh, yeah.
I have not been to that one. I've heard it's really fun. It's at Milwaukee. Is that right?
Right, yeah.
Let's see. Someone says, just a minute. Christy Amber says, my husband and I are making a vacation out of the trip to Simple Stories. We will be there
Uh-oh, Becki, did you freeze? I think Becki froze, but she'll just go out and come back in. We'll just keep going. Sometimes that happens.
Okay. Are we
There
back?
you are. Yep, you're back.
Okay. I'm not sure.
I know,
Okay.
that's never happened. We've had that happen.
Yeah, I don't know for sure what's happening. Okay. Ashley says, when and where is Simple Stories? Simple Stories is usually in the fall, in October, September, and it is in northern Utah outside of Salt Lake City. So you would fly into the Salt Lake City airport, and it's, what is it, 45 minutes, half an hour north of Salt Lake City?
Yeah, about 30 to 40 minutes.
Okay. Yeah, it is a very, very fun retreat. They do a great job with it.
They do.
All right. So I'm actually getting there with a double page layout,
Well,
Janet,
let's see what you've got going. I'm going to turn
and
it to the full shot for you for a bit.
no plans. So this is where I'm at so far. I've got my layered
Cute.
circles that I kind of like bent I was going to call them petals. I guess you can call them petals because they're flowers. Just bent those up a little bit and put a really thin foam adhesive through each layer, or in between each layer. Put my title in place using a combination of the acrylic word and puffy letter stickers. And then I'm just adding some butterflies. I'm going to put my journaling right here. So I need to find somewhere here. I've got an embellishment pack that has journaling elements in it.
Yeah,
And yeah,
that's looking good.
I'm liking it. It's cute. I think it's probably a little odd to do a floral heavy page with motorcycle pictures, but you know what? We're just going with it.
I love it. I think it's way cute. I love the
Yeah.
colors.
Yeah, we're just going with it.
Awesome. Well, I'm going to switch. I have my little frog on there to go with my frog photos. And now I'm going to switch over to making some flowers. There's some flowers in this collection, but I wanted to have a bit of brightness. So I brought out this Stampin' Up! Daisy. I don't know what it's called, but it's got 3 flowers on it. This one.
Oh, that is a fun one.
Yeah, so I like it because you can punch all the layers like at one time.
That's what I was going to say. You can punch them all at the same time. I love that.
So I'm just going to make a few of those and kind of start sprinkling those in. How are your projects coming, friends?
We've got a couple of questions. So
Oh,
Kim's
yeah.
asking, how do you travel to these events with your tools on planes? That is a good question, and I have done it a couple of different ways. Sometimes I will take the very bare minimum and not take scissors and either buy a pair of scissors or borrow a pair of scissors when I get there.
Hmm.
Or I've done it where I take a few more things and I check a bag.
Yeah.
So it just kind of depends on, honestly, a lot of it depends on whether I'm teaching at the event or just attending. If I'm teaching at an event, I take a lot fewer supplies because um, I'm not creating the projects I'm teaching.
Right.
The other question is, Celeste says she is going to Simple Stories for the first time this year.
Fun.
And here's the other question I was looking at. Sarah says, is the Simple Stories retreat one of those that sells out in minutes? Do I need to be on the email list? Yes and yes.
It sells out super fast. Like,
Yes and yes. I think it
mhm.
sold out within, I'm not sure it was even an hour this year.
Yeah.
Um, so yes, definitely be on their email list is the best way to be notified, and make sure you are subscribed or you're following their social media accounts because it's also posted on there.
Yeah. So
But yeah.
it, and one thing I know about the email system at Simple Stories, just because I used to do it, I used to do the system, is when you unsubscribe from their emails, like if you have done that in the past, it won't resubscribe you unless it's just finicky. So if in the past you've unsubscribed, you'll have to email support@simplestories.com for help to get back on the list, or just because it's very finicky and because it's trying to respect you and not spam you, and that's
Yeah.
why.
Yeah, and that's the case with a lot of email providers. So if you have
It's true.
unsubscribed at some point, then yes, definitely send them an email so that you can, because yeah, you definitely don't want to miss out
Yeah.
because it does go very quickly.
Yeah, I'd love to hear how other people travel with their supplies. I always check a bag my with my trimmer and my scissors, and I put it in a clear plastic. Like I kind of put that stuff in a clear plastic, uh, like the 12 by 12 bags. I have this
Hmm.
case that has like you slide scissors in, so it's open, and then my trimmer's on the back of it, and then I actually write a note to TSA or whoever's looking at it, and I just say I'm a scrapbooker. This is a trimmer. Um, I used to
They're
have
so
to travel
cute.
to HSN, yeah, and like I would have to bring like an embossing machine with me on the airplane. And they always thought it was something weird, because it has a crank. They've never seen that before. So you always just plan on getting stopped. And this one guy was like, "What is this?" And I tell him, and he's like, "Oh, my wife would love this. I should get this for her." So, it's a conversation starter, but yeah, they will always stop you if you have something like that because it's just they don't see it a lot.
Yep, it's unusual. I get stopped almost every time I travel for
Hmm.
a craft event just because they don't. For me, one time it was punches. I had a
Yeah.
couple of punches in my bag and they had no idea what those were.
Yeah, because you used to travel to the the expos, right?
Hmm.
So you've done a lot of traveling with supplies.
Yeah, so and I get stopped almost every time.
Yeah.
Let's see. Somebody says, what about how they throw your luggage though? I will say, knock on wood, I've never had any of my crafting stuff be damaged in
Yeah.
luggage. Have you,
No,
Jana?
no. And I've always, like, I always take, on the plane, I always take my paper. I don't, unless I can pack it in like a 12 by 12 plastic case, you know.
Hmm.
Um, like if I have to take mini albums to show, I'll put them in a plastic case so they're kind of protected inside the suitcase.
Yeah.
And then it's not getting damaged on corners and things. Same with paper. But like when I traveled to HSN, we were on air and we had to have our samples for on air. So I took those on the plane with me because I was like, if we get there and we don't have samples to show, then we're messed, you know?
Yep.
Like,
I
how are we
always
going to fill a show without samples? So,
Yep, I always put my class samples. The stuff that I absolutely have to have, I carry on with me.
mm-hmm.
And everything else I'll put in a checked bag. And honestly, I've never had an issue um, with anything being damaged.
Yep.
Let's see. Lisa says that's why I would have to drive instead.
Yeah. Yeah.
I just, yeah, I would love to drive too. I just live in an area where I mean, like the event that I just went to in Omaha, I think that would have been something like a 20-hour drive for me.
Yeah. Well,
Um,
and then Becky, do you do this? Like, I don't take my most precious tools. Like, I leave
no.
my favorite stuff at home and I take like my older stuff or my scissors that I don't love as much. That's the stuff I take traveling because I'm like, if I lose it or something happens to it, then I'm not sad.
Yeah, for sure. For sure, for sure. I don't take anything. The most like precious or irreplaceable thing that I would take with me is probably my project samples.
Right.
Beyond that, yeah, I don't take anything like that.
Looks like we have lots of great tips.
Yeah.
Rami says she checks her punches, that she always gets stopped. Sarah gets stopped every time anyway. Just make time for it. Yep.
Yep.
I know it is nerve wracking, right? Because you are dealing with scissors
It
and
is. And
mhm.
you don't want it to take forever to get through security, but you also need to take your stuff.
Yeah. Also, I think it's important to remember like the events usually give you a supply list ahead of time. And so you know exactly what you need. And most of the time, you cannot finish the project. So I hardly ever bring an extra project. And if I do, it's something like a card kit or something that's super easy to do. And because I end up talking anyway.
And the other thing is you're likely going to an event with dozens, if not hundreds of other crafters. And crafters are so nice. They
Yeah,
share.
they
You
do.
know, if you didn't have room to bring your circle punch or whatever, there's probably, 50 of them in the room and someone can for sure let
Yeah.
you borrow theirs.
And then I always kind of plan on like I'm only going to finish my project up to a certain point and then I'll finish the details at home kind of a thing.
Ah,
Like or I'll only get through I know my pace and I know I'll only get through maybe one or you know what I'm saying? You kind of can gauge
yeah.
your pace and go, okay, I can leave the ribbon at home and add that last or whatever it is.
See, and I'm the opposite. Although
Really?
I can't, I've only, this is another thing. I have only been to one event as an attendee. like just one event just for fun. And that was Paige and Andrea's event in Denver last year. And I was kind of the opposite. I was like, you know what? I am here. I have, this 2 days that I can scrapbook whatever I want. I am going to finish these projects.
Awesome. Hey.
And so I'm kind of the opposite. I'm like, if I know that if I get home, I'm going to have, or that when I get home, I'm going to have work and a million other things to do. I want to get this wrapped up before I even leave here. And then I, can come home and print my photos and be done.
Yeah.
That's one thing I don't do ahead of time. I don't print my photos ahead of time very often.
Yeah.
Let's see. Crafty685 is asking, can you still get that flower punch? I'm guessing she's asking about yours, Jana.
Yeah, I don't know. It's a Stampin' Up. I don't know if you can see the logo right there. It's a Stampin' Up. And I'm sure you could find it on eBay. I don't know what it's called. I'll peek through my old catalogs and see if I can find a name or look it up online. There's probably awesome people on here who just know.
Yeah,
But
I'm not very familiar with Stampin' Up products, so I don't know for sure.
yeah, I'll do that. Like I'll see something that somebody has and I'm like, "Oh my gosh, I love that. I need to get it." And I'll just start looking for it on eBay every so often. And sometimes it's hard to find or you find an old one and you can like I I'm not super good at eBay, but I'll have like my son and my husband help me set up an alert. I think you can do alerts. Do you know how to do that, Becki?
I don't. I'm not a big eBay
Yeah, but
shopper. If I'm going to shop, it's usually on Etsy.
on Etsy. Okay.
Yeah.
Facebook Marketplace. Actually, I might add another layer to this. Let's see here.
There was one. Oh, let's see. Cynthia says my son is getting married in September, then my daughter in May 2027. After that, I'm going to be seeing you guys at these events.
Oh,
My life is
fun.
weddings right now.
Yes.
So you know. Let's see. I love this comment from Raimi. She says, I personally go over for the connection with all of you. I can finish the projects at home.
There you go. Yep.
And that really is the best part of the crafting events.
It is. It's so fun.
Let's see. Sarah says you cannot get that Stampin' Up punch anymore, but probably on Facebook. Facebook Stampin' Up resale. There must be a Facebook group.
Yeah. Or if you set, like, I don't know if you guys are, I love Facebook Marketplace. Like, if you search for something, Stampin' Up, it will kind of remember. And then when you can set your parameters. And I've bought so much stuff off there. I love finding older tools. And you know what? We kind of like, I was watching what is the show where they do the antiques? They drive around and find the old vintage stuff. You know,
Antique Roadshow?
not
Is
that
that what
one, but there's the guy that loves the Indian motorcycles. What is that show?
Oh, I don't know.
Why can't I think of it? Oh my gosh. Anyway, he went to some barn and they were talking about all these different tools and this guy had collected them. I'm like, that's me. I'm collecting every scrapbook tool ever made.
Yes.
Come to my barn and see all the scrapbook punches ever made.
I do. I go to estate sales and thrift stores quite often, and I look every time. I
Yeah.
don't often find, things to bring home with me, but I do.
You do
Oh,
always look.
yes, I do always look.
Cindy loves Facebook Marketplace too. Mike, yes, and his partner passed away. Yes. Why can't I think of the name of the show right now? Anyway.
Yeah, I don't think I've seen that one. Anyway, I was just thinking I wanted something in the center of these flowers.
Cute.
And I think the buttons are super cute. But then I have this weird thing, Jana, that I don't like to put buttons on there unless I like stitch them.
Yeah. I have to have thread in mine too. I'm the same way. I don't like them naked.
Yeah, I don't want naked buttons. So I think I'm gonna do that, but I'm probably gonna have to do that, whoops, off camera. So I think I'll pick my buttons out
Okay.
and maybe just quickly like tack them down temporarily.
Yeah. Do you have thin white twine?
I do.
I always tie mine with thin white twine, if unless you want them color.
I think I'm just gonna do white. Let's see. Paper Horse says, Becky, I love that you're sharing how you scrapbook photos that you might not think to scrapbook with florals. Yeah, my son might not be super impressed with the flowers and his motorcycle photos, but it's fine. It's fine. It's cute, right?
It's so cute.
Let's see. Oh, Tammy says we have a free table at the monthly crop I attend. I always find cute stuff, but she does put stuff on there too.
Fun. That's fun to
Nick
rotate.
says American Pickers. Is that the show you're talking about?
Yes. Thank you. That is it.
Let's see.
My husband likes
Come
to
to
watch that.
Iowa, Scrap Mania in Cedar Rapids. They have 4 garage sales a year, and they usually have punches. Wait a minute. You mean to tell me that there's yard sales specifically for scrapbooking stuff?
That sounds awesome.
I was going to say, Jana, when are we going to Iowa?
Yeah, road trip.
Road? That would be a long road trip. But we might have to take a road trip to bring home all the fun things.
Yeah.
If we went to a scrapbooking garage sale, we would probably get into some trouble.
We could have fun for sure.
We definitely could.
Well, you're
So,
just rocking and rolling.
I was going to say, this actually came together pretty quickly. Even though I had not really, I didn't have a great plan of what I was going to do. Sarah says we could ship it home.
Oh, yeah. There you go.
Ship all of our finds home. Kim says bring a U-Haul.
I love it.
All right. I think I'm about done, Jana. I added
That's awesome.
some clear enamel dots.
Cute.
And I'm going to add some stitching to the buttons. I think that might be what I do tonight while my husband and I are watching TV before we go to bed.
Fun.
And then I'm kind of regretting putting this journaling block there.
Yeah.
Yeah, because I think I didn't get my journaling printed ahead of time, but I'm pretty sure that I'm going to have more to say than what will fit in this little
Right.
journaling block. So I'm wondering if I can, I'm going to pull my papers out here and see if there's another one that I could layer on top of it to give me a little more journaling space. That might be what I because this was the biggest journaling spot that was in my ephemera pack.
So when you when you have a pre-made journaling spot, do you run that? Do you do the little trick where you run it through the computer, or do you print on vellum, or do you just do the strips right on top? Like, what is your game plan with that usually?
It honestly depends on, I print on vellum or sticker paper.
Okay. Yeah.
Sometimes depending, like if it's got a white center, like for this journaling box, then I'll usually just print my journaling on white copy paper and cut it out and put it on like that.
Put it right on there.
So I think I'm going to, what did I do with, lost my paper trimmer. I'm going to cut a couple of these out and see if either of them kind of fill that space a little better so that I can add more journaling.
Okay. Well, I'm just building up my flowers. I kind of scattered these white daisies around. I do need to add a center, and I should have grabbed a leaf punch like you, so I will definitely be adding some leaves and centers to this.
I think my leaf punch and my circle punch are some of my two most used punches.
Yeah.
That's going to be way too big.
Those posies are cute. They're saying they love your posy flowers.
Yeah, they're super easy and turned out really cute. And I really like them combined with these leaves. I don't think I've ever done that one before.
It's really cute.
Or combined those punches before. Let's see. So I'm a little stuck here on the journaling. I might just have to, I tried to carefully pull this up and it didn't come up very well. But maybe I can get it up well enough that I can just do some journaling strips.
Do you have undo?
I don't know if I do or not.
Here, hold it up and I'll sprinkle it on.
Oh,
wouldn't that be cool?
That would be so cool. Hang on, let me see. Oh, I do.
Yay, try that.
I do.
Undo is my go-to when I have something like that.
See, you know what, Jana, I don't ever use this stuff. It makes me, okay. Oh, that still didn't go super well. But that's definitely user error.
I'm like staring. What happened?
Oh, so down here, it went really well. But up here, it just took the color off of my paper a little bit.
Okay, so grab your colored pencils or your chalks.
You blew my mind with that the other day.
And you'll be fine. Or strategically cover it with.
I was going to say, I think actually I'll be able to cover it up with my journaling strips because it's almost in like 1.5 straight lines there.
Yeah, it looks like you'll be able to make that work.
Yeah. So I think that's what I'm going to do. Tammy says, I use my old Cricut spatula to loosen. I've heard that those are great tools.
Yes.
I have a spatula, but it's not a Cricut one. Let's see. Kim says, I wish manufacturers gave us more journaling blocks. I do too. I'm big into, I would like more space for journaling. I think that's very often why I fall back on just printing my own journaling blocks.
Yeah. I was gonna say,
Oh,
I'm
Sarah.
kind of the opposite. I wish they gave us less.
Funny.
I'm like, I want more flowers and critters.
See, I'm always game for more flowers. I need to challenge myself to use more critters. I don't know why I'm weird like that. Sarah says it changed the color. Oh, so no, the undo did not change the color of anything. It might have looked like that for a minute on camera when it was a little bit wet, but no, it didn't change the color. What happened was the adhesive that I had on there peeled up the top layer of paper where the ink is, and that's what changed the color.
It kind of lifted it, right? Kind of tore it.
Yeah, it just
Okay.
lifted the little bit of the color. Ashley says, wait, Becki, where's your center line? Did you cut through photos? No, I didn't.
Here, let's go to your
Nope.
full, I'm going to go to your full desk again.
Okay.
And you can walk us through.
Yeah. No, I did not cut through the center. Right here is the center of the page. So right in between this 4x6 photo and then this block of photos. Whoops. So no, I didn't cut through any photos. I just taped my pages together so I could see a little bit, like see the whole page a little bit easier. And then when I go to put it in the album, I'll just either cut through the washi tape or take it off, peel it off, whichever. Tisha says, you're not alone, Becki. I don't use the birds or animals. Yeah, I don't know why. I don't know why they're so hard for me to use. But
Yeah.
oh, and Sarah says that she finds them difficult. So okay, I'm feeling less alone about the critters now.
That's good. Yay. Critter hating people. Just kidding.
Oh, gosh.
I'm
No,
You're
not
not.
critter
It's just you find them
hating.
tricky to use. I get it.
Yes.
Ah,
Those little flowers are darling, Jana.
oh, thank you. I'm like, guess what? We've almost gone an hour and a half again, or 2 hours again.
Oh my goodness, we have.
I know. So okay, so you kind of went through yours, right? Or do you want me to go back to your table again? Like tell
Let's
us
go back for just 1 minute and I'll do
yeah,
just
give
a
us
quick
your plan on
overview.
finishing up and I'll do mine too.
Yes. So I went super simple with the Bloom Street collection from Paige Evans and Pink Paisley from back in 2019. And I just punched a whole bunch of circles and adhered them together to create my flowers for my embellishment clusters. And I created the background after with 2 pattern papers. If you didn't catch that at the beginning, you should go back and check because it's kind of a fun technique that you might that's kind of handy when you need to create a double page layout and you don't have 2 of the same pattern papers. And I combined the acrylic title with some letter stickers to create my full title and added in some butterfly stickers and a few clear enamel dots. And I think that's about it. Kind of a subtitle up here that just says sunshine and happiness. My journaling will go right here. I'll print that out and put it on this layout before I take photos so you can see exactly where I put that. And yeah, I think that's everything. So five photos on a double page layout in under 2 hours because we chatted for
Super
a little
cute.
bit before we got started.
Yeah, you're right. That's adorable. I love the colors, love the posies with the butterflies. That is just so cute.
Yeah, it turned out really cute. And I am going to say that the flowers go with the motorcycles.
Yeah,
How's that?
they're like the wheels.
Yes. So I've got one question here, Jenna, and then you know, I want to see what you've done.
Okay.
Celeste is asking, how close are the pages to each other in the album. So when I go to put this in an album, this one will probably go, it'll either go in my daughter's album or maybe our family album. I'll have to see after I write the journaling and stuff. It will probably go in our family album now that I'm thinking it through. And they will just go just like this. So they'll go in the same album facing each other. And I will just take the washi tape apart and put them in page protectors.
Love it. Okay.
Okay. Yep. I want to see yours, Jana, because I've been painting. It's always fun to look and see what you've been working on because I've
Yeah.
been creating my own thing over here.
Well, I'm not quite finished, but I'm okay with that. I always add a few things later, but I did the little critters are my frog, and then I did a little bunny up here. I also have critters in this pattern paper because it's so cute. I had to use it.
It is
Um,
very cute.
yeah. So then I punched these flowers. I added a few more at the top. So I'm going to come back in with like, I think I have, do you remember when Pebbles made those packs of like mini buttons that were sticky and they were all the same size? I think I have a pack of those somewhere that I want to use
Okay.
up. Yeah, so I think I'm gonna, since all my flowers, all my white flowers are pretty much the same size, I'm gonna go find those and use those as my centers. Then I think I'll add in some leaves. One thing I don't like of that I did is my design is kind of low on the page and I have some space up here. So to solve that, I think I'm gonna add in some cloud die cuts along with my sun, or I think I'll trim it and add it on another base so that there's a band on the top and bottom, just so that it's more centered and balanced. So that's the one thing I don't like that I did. I kind of put it a little low on my page, but that's okay. We'll solve it.
Yeah. That happens. I do that quite often, and I'll get done and look at it and be like, "Oh, that is not
Yeah.
centered or balanced." So let's
So we'll
fix
fix
that.
it. Yeah, we'll fix it. I'll see what I end up doing. And then I think I said, I may not have, I'm going to die cut some leaves because I love her little punch leaves on hers. I definitely need some leaves with my flowers. And then I have my journaling. I just never got around to putting it on. So we'll finish that too. So we'll post
Perfect.
our
And
pictures in the group. Yeah.
your journaling will go there at the bottom
Yeah, I
to the right
did.
of the frog. Okay.
Yeah, I have some strips. I don't know that it will fit on there. So I might move this little banner out of the way, or I might, do you do this ever? Rewrite it so it's a little shorter.
Yes. Or I don't super often rewrite it, but I will play with like the font size and the spacing in between the lines and stuff to make it fit where I need it to.
Yeah. Yeah, sometimes you do that. The fun part for me is having, fun with the embellishments and stuff. So, yeah, I'll probably adjust that just to make it work. But there you go.
I love it. I love those little flowers. They're darling. And I don't think you could have picked a more perfect collection to go with those photos.
Yeah. Had to do something with frogs in it for sure.
Yes.
Yes.
Yes. Okay, we've got a couple of questions, Jana.
Okay.
Let me scroll back up here a little bit. So what albums do you use? You can you can go first this time.
Oh, okay. So I mostly use We Are Memory Keeper albums, but so they're not in Utah anymore, but I would often, when I would go to their sale, like the American Crafts sale, I would pick up like six of a color, and I usually use six per year. Probably not as much now because my kids are grown and not around. So I have a bunch that in back stock of those. So that I just have some. That's what I use. How about you, Becki?
Okay. I mostly use scrapbook.com's albums. They've been my go-to for the last few years, so that's mostly what I use. One of these days, I would love to try a Doodlebug album. Their albums are gorgeous.
They are. I do have a couple of those, and I love them.
Yes, so that I would love to use some of those, but for right now, most the albums I'm buying for sure are scrapbook.com. The ones that I have are a mix of scrapbook.com and we are albums.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, that's a good question.
Um, there was one more question. Hang on just a minute here. Oh, this one is for you from, I believe it's Ashley.
Oh, okay. So she,
Jana, do you do single pages most of the time?
I do a lot of single pages, mostly because teams or when you're doing stuff for social media, it's it's easiest for them in the formats of social media to post single page layouts. But I do a lot of double page layouts for myself. I just normally don't post them because I'm usually doing stuff for design teams.
Social media is not friendly to double page scrapbookers. It
Yeah.
is very, very hard to take a photo of a double page layout to post on social media.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Once or twice a year I will do like a layout share on my YouTube channel, and that's when I show the double pagers. They're kind of difficult to be on camera with. Um, Sometimes I do them for like process videos, but usually I'm doing assignments and those are usually single page focused.
Yep.
But I'm not one of those people who care if my page, I know some people like their pages across from each other in an album to either be the same collection or the same colors. Mine are so wacky, like I don't care about that.
Yeah.
So I just plop them in wherever they fit.
Okay, we got another one for you, Jana.
Okay.
From, let's see, Jana, can I ask, um, oh, what font you use for your journaling?
Oh, font. Okay. So I use, sorry, it's taped together so it's in the right order. I use a font called Prestige Standard Elite, and it's a typewriter font. This one might be a different one, but I usually just find a typewriter font. Becki uses American Typewriter. That's a really great one too. It has kind of a
Yep.
cutesy feel to it. And I've noticed when I use American Typewriter that it is kind of narrow, so you can fit more wording with American
Yes.
Typewriter.
Yes, and in most of the time I do my journaling in the Pages app, which is Mac specific, but you can condense it too. So you can leave it normal or you can click condense and it just condenses it a little bit so it's definitely still readable, but it just gives you a little more space.
Yeah, and I just picked a typewriter font a long time ago to do because it just feels very classic, and I like the vintage edge of it as well. It just feels
Yep.
homey to me, I guess. So I've always kind of stuck with a typewriter. Once in a while, I'll switch it up and do something else, but most of the time it's a typewriter font. Is that how you are, Becki?
Yep, same. I would say 99% of the time I use American Typewriter.
Yeah,
Um, okay, so I see one more question. Celeste, all the albums that we've been talking about are three ring albums.
yeah.
Yep, I think both of us almost exclusively use a three ring 12 by 12 album.
And for me, that's because I like dimensional pages. And so I feel like a 3-ring binder gives you a little more flex with that. With a post bound, you need to add in chipboard spacers or things like that to allow for dimensional projects. And the way I scrapbook out of order. And so I like to just plop it in there and not have to worry about, oh, do I have enough spacers to allow for whatever embellishment I use? Is that how you are, Becki?
Yep,
Is that your
yep.
reasoning? Okay. One cool trick I've learned recently, I will share this, is I came across, back when Tuesday Morning was open, I came across some We Are Memory Keepers page protectors that were like two pieces that were, melded together. So if you had a double
Yes.
page layout, when you turned the page in a 3-ring binder, they kind of stuck together.
Mm-hmm.
They're awesome, but I'm like, you can make your own. So
Yeah.
just
Do you stitch them?
just stitch them. or use
Yes.
a red line tape, and it's awesome. I might
Yes.
have a page to show you nearby. Let me grab it because
Okay. Yeah,
that might
grab it.
fascinate some of you guys. Let me mute this while I take my microphone off so I could reach it.
Okay, no problem. Here's a question from Tammy. And I'm not sure if you were asking me or Jana or both, but I'll go ahead and answer while Jana's muted for a minute. But question, do you ever use pocket pages? Rarely is my answer. Once in a while, if I have, say I had a 20 pictures of this motorcycle event, or of an event, and I just wanted to do a double page layout, then sometimes I will take a pocket page and like put it in the middle of the double page layout. But I don't do pocket pages hardly ever anymore. Um, I used to when I was flipping through my old albums recently, and I did have some pocket pages. Um, but I love I love 12 by 12. I'm just a 12 by 12 girl at heart.
What was the
So, what about you,
question?
Jana? Do you ever use pocket pages?
I do. I just don't. I share those in my layout shares as well. I don't do them for design team projects usually because they actually take me longer than a regular layout to make.
Really?
Yeah,
Okay.
I get so involved in like balancing the colors and I just get so wrapped up in it. So, but I enjoy making them. I use them for photos that are like random snapshots. So
Okay.
like the 45 pictures I take of my cats every month. Like
I love it.
I'm like, they're just all so cute, but we're gonna put them in pocket pages. So yeah, you can see a couple of those in my past layout share videos, and maybe I'll share some of those in the future if you'd like to see them. Let's see, but let me show you these. I'm going to turn it to my desk just to show you these page protectors. Is that
Okay.
okay? Maybe you
Yeah,
guys
that's
don't
perfect.
care. I mean, we're just kind of chit-chatting now. But okay, so this is actually a Doodlebug album. It's gorgeous. I love it.
So pretty.
Okay, so when I plan my scrapbook pages, I just put like spacers or like notes in here of where I'm going to put a memory. And then when I scrapbook them out of order, there's always like a placeholder for it. So that's what this is. There's a placeholder right here. But I've done this page, I've done some ahead, and then back here is this double page. So do you see this double page pocket page protector? It's melded together in the center. So when you turn it, you don't see the rings. They stay together like a post album. But you
Yeah.
can
Is
just make
that
your
one that you
own.
made or you bought?
This one is the one by We Are Memory Keepers. But you
Okay.
could just make it. I've made them myself. So yeah, they don't, I've looked all over online, but honestly, guys, just stitch them together if you can't find them.
Yeah.
And I love that because, if you don't want that ring to show in the center, as you turn it, it stays together. So that's cool,
Yeah.
right?
I love that. I had never thought of stitching them together. I'll have to
Yeah.
try that.
And then you can see elsewhere, right? On my single pages, there's a space and you see the rings.
Mm-hmm.
But back to the double one, it keeps it together.
I love it.
Yeah.
I
So
love
that's
it.
pretty fun. All right. Back to both of us now.
Yes. And we've got one more. Cynthia says, that's so neat how y'all make fold out pages with two protectors. I wish you could demonstrate sometime for us. Do you mean stitching the page protectors together? Because we could demonstrate that at some point.
Yeah, that would be fun. Becky's done a lot of interactive pages for classes.
I do a lot of interactive pages.
Mm-hmm.
A lot, a lot.
And you've probably seen like the pockets that either by Simple Stories makes them that stick to your page that you can do interactive flaps. But there's so many cool ideas out there that people do.
Yeah.
The fuse tool. We should play
Mm-hmm.
with that sometime. That's a great idea.
That would be fun. I have not played with my fuse tool. I don't remember the last time I got it out of my drawer.
Yeah, maybe that should be like our May challenge.
Yes.
Well, unless we're gonna do our missionary May challenge, our mission.
Yes. We'll have to work on our May challenge.
So many ideas.
So many ideas. So many ideas, so little time. Um,
Yeah, Rami says she found some of those. Oh, I guess it's on the screen already. Rami says she found some of those page protectors last year and realized what their purpose was. I know, they're so cool. But yeah, once I realized, gosh, we can just make our own. That works too, right?
Yeah.
Yeah,
Let's
awesome.
see. Okay.
Yeah. You guys
All
are
right.
so fun.
They're so fun. Do you have any last minute questions before we sign off? We just hit the 2 hour mark and we're not 100% complete with our pages, but we did pretty good, Jana.
Yeah. I mean, for chatting and hanging out, that just sometimes happens. Hey,
Yeah.
also pop your questions in. Also, we need to do a giveaway.
Oh, for sure.
Yeah. So let's give away one last spot to our event that's happening in 2 weeks.
Yes.
So if you have not, all the comments that are in tonight will be entered. If you have not commented and you want to be entered to come to the crop or for a chance to come to the crop, go ahead and pop a comment in now or your questions. Well, let's see. Is there anything we can show them while we wait?
Let's see. We can talk about the crop a little bit, Jana, in case they missed it at the beginning. Our
Good
next
idea.
crop is coming up on April 25th. So that's in just 2 weeks,
Mm-hmm.
a little over 2 weeks. And in fact, we dropped the PDF for our next crop on Friday. So if you've already joined, make sure you look for that in the Facebook group on Friday. And we're going to have so much fun. I'm so super excited about it. Jana and I have already got everything ready behind the scenes. I'm going to be doing a class on using letter stickers and also a class on using your 6x6 and 6x8 paper pads. So if you haven't signed up, I'm going to add the link right there in the chat. So you have that. And we would love to have you join us. It's so fun. We have the best time together.
Yeah, we do. We have a great time. I'll be focusing on washi tape, and you said what you were going to do, right?
Yeah.
I'm watching the comments going by like, oh yeah, washi tape and frames. And then we always have like a fun topic on Friday night. We're excited to talk about that. We're going to talk about styles of scrapbooking and making kits. And Becky's got tons of inspiration for us for that. I'm excited about that.
Yes, I'm super excited. And then we wrap Saturday evening up kind of like we do here on our lives, where we both create a layout together using the same sketch and just kind of chat about the day and what we've created. And anyway, just chat and create together. It's one of my favorite parts of our crop.
It is fun. And then all the challenges, they're meant to help you use your stash. So as part of the PDF, there's going to be supply lists of what we're using if you happen to have it and you want to follow along with us, but you definitely don't need to. Like you could work on Christmas supplies. You could work on Disney vacation, whatever it is, pull it out of your stash. All the challenges are meant to coincide with anything you have. We give lots of tips, to help you. Maybe you don't have frames, but there will be a cut file for frames or whatever it is. We try to make it open for everyone. And then we have a full month where you can submit your ideas into the albums in the crop. And then we choose winners after a month from those submissions. So it's kind of a little perk to get you going. We've priced it at $20, which we tried to be really fair with the pricing just because we want it to be, we kind of thought, it's like going to dinner or not a dinner, sorry. It's, well, maybe dinner's that expensive now, right? But like a movie and a popcorn. It's a Saturday thing, a fun thing to do. So,
Yep, and we want to make it accessible for everyone. We would love to have you all join us. I noticed one question here.
okay.
Will you be using sketches again? Yes. Yes, we are using sketches again. There will be several sketches in our PDF, and then that is what Jana and I will be using as inspiration when we create together on Saturday evening.
Yep. And they're exclusively designed just for the crop. And Becki designed them this time. They're super fun. I had fun on my project.
Yes,
So,
I'm
as
super
part of the
excited.
Friday PDF, there are scrapbooking process videos that are released along with that. So, we create 2 projects per challenge for you. So, we do one as part of a scrapbooking process to get your creative juices flowing ahead of the event. And then on the day of the event, we create a totally new project with you live and give you additional tips and ideas. So it's really fun. We have a good time.
Yeah. Yeah, so actually those process videos are live when the PDF goes live.
Yes.
So when the PDF drops on Friday, I'm trying to count, there will be 6, correct me if I'm wrong, Jana, 6 process videos
Yes.
that will be available for you to watch as soon as the PDF goes live.
Yep. So it's fun. You can start getting creating right away on Friday and then have fun creating with us on the day of as well. So we have a good time.
Yes, we have so much fun.
Yeah.
So much fun.
All right. So should we get ready to pick a winner?
Yep. Why don't you pick a winner? I'm going to scroll back a little bit and make sure we haven't missed any questions.
Okay.
And yeah, we're
When I
good.
pop up the screen, I just need to reset the giveaway from last time. So just forgive that for a minute. Sunny won last time, so we're just going to reset this. All right, and then let's go ahead and spin the wheel. Woohoo! Congratulations, Amy.
Yay!
So if you have not purchased the crop, you now have a spot for the crop. Again, on April 25th, go ahead and email us at support@letsgatherandglue. If you have already purchased the crop, just email me anyway. We're going to work something out. You can choose to come to a future crop for free, or we can send you a gift certificate for that $20 value.
Yeah, Tammy says it would be funny if I won this time. Because if you missed it was it last time or the time before? Jana won.
I
Jana won the
won!
giveaway. The random spin of the wheel. Jana won. That would be
Yeah.
funny if I won this time. Let's see. There was one more question, Jana. I
Okay.
lost it. Hang on, because it was a really good question.
Okay.
Oh, yes. Denise says, is the crop on YouTube or Facebook or both? And that's a great question. So we have a Facebook group for the crop, and that's where, we can chat, you can upload projects, but also you can participate in the crop and not be on Facebook at all.
Yeah. So yeah, we've set up all of the prompts in a class platform that you can follow along. Like if you don't want to be on Facebook, all the live streaming is on YouTube. However, it also is funneled into that class platform. So if you don't want to go over on YouTube, you can just watch it right there in the class platform. But it really is fun to click over to those exclusive links, because if you have a YouTube account, you can chat along with everybody. You can ask us questions about what we're doing live. And so it's really fun and interactive, and we have a good time, just like tonight, right? So
Yes, but you don't have to be on Facebook. We've very intentionally set it up so that you can participate without having anything to do with Facebook. You can participate in the challenges as well. You just email your projects to support@letsgatherandglue.com, and you'll be entered to win all the challenges as well.
Okay. Well, congrats, Amy. I do have one last little thing, if you'll allow me to plug something, Becki.
Absolutely.
Okay, so shameless plug. I have a class available on my website right now. They're almost sold out, but I have a layout class available on papermadepretty.com. It's springtime layouts, but it's not exclusively spring, but it's just a lot of fun springtime colored projects with flowers. We create 8 layouts. It's a self-paced class. So if you would like to take those layouts from me, I'll give you a little sneak peek of them right here. That's available over on papermadepretty.com. So I just thought I'd tell you all about it in case you were curious.
Yes, and we'll put a link for that in our Facebook group. I don't have that link at my fingertips, but we'll put it in the Facebook group. So if you want to, and you definitely should join Jana's class, her projects are gorgeous. But we'll put that link in the Facebook group.
Okay, thanks for letting me throw that in there.
Yeah, of course.
All right, we'll be posting our projects in the group in the coming week, and we hope you will too. Thanks for joining us tonight.
Thanks, everybody. Have a good evening, and we will see you soon.
All right, take care.